Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Philip Archer. What's up, Philip?
Good evening, Joe. How are you?
All right, dude. So, what do you think of the rumors going on that we heard that Jodie Whittaker signed a contract extension? Oh, we got an echo. Series 13, Series 14. I didn't say Series 15 because I heard that she turned that down. The Twitter handle said Series 15, but it said current cast, which could mean anything. Could mean Joe Martin also, because she's technically part of the current cast. I always felt that Joe Martin could be a future Doctor, and if Chibnall had 5 series, Joe Martin would be the final series. Again, Jodie cannot commit to that far ahead because Doctor Who's filming so delayed that Series 13 could be 2022, 2023 could be a special, 2024 could be Series 14, 2025 could be a special, and then 2026 could be Series 15. Way too far to commit to something. So, what are your thoughts about that rumor? And there was something that spanned the next day.
Right, let's look at the long period of wait for Jodie to film 14, 15, or beyond. That's a long time for anybody to want to sit around and not do anything else. So,
Well, no, not necessarily that they're not doing anything else. They are free to do other stuff because Manda
right,
Gill is also filming a series, and she's supposed to be a full-time companion. So she's not locked to stay home and do nothing. Okay, it's that she can
yeah,
be
I
filming.
understand
Right?
that. I
Yeah.
understand, but in terms of Doctor Who, it's an awful long time to stay in that role when nothing's really going forward because of like COVID and filming
Right.
distractions. So you'll sit there and you will think you'll go, I really don't want to do this now because it's taking too much of my time, and I'm not really doing anything with it.
Well, why
And
would she? Here's the thing. Maybe that's just the opposite because as we've seen, people want to get in and get out. She's not looking to leave. And they're not looking to push her
right,
out either. Like they're enforcing her to stay.
right,
Whereas Capaldi wanted to stay forever and they don't want him. She wants to stay and they want her to stay. There's a
okay.
difference.
Okay, right. This thing about her signing the extension. How,
Yeah.
how? What's the word I'm looking for? How set is that? I mean, where did you? I mean, I know you said your sources told you, but
The same
anybody can come.
source that said that she was officially Series 13, the same source that said that the last day of filming would be Halloween, the same source is
Fair
telling
enough.
me,
Okay, fair
yes,
enough. I'm not having to go at the source, but what I'm saying is, I'm one of those people that like to see a written
of
thing.
course. And when
Well,
we got it, you saw it, right? So you're
yeah,
waiting again. I understand that, and that's
yeah.
I say my source speaks volumes. When the time comes and the time presents itself, you will have your
Yeah,
100%
yeah,
evidence, and there you go. Now,
so
yeah,
again, the HBO thing because you spoke about a lot of that in the last days or so. Are you? Cause I'm still confused with it. Are you saying that they're paying for the program to be made, or are they paying for the program to be screened on their screens?
BBC has their budget for Doctor Who, and
Yeah.
HBO Max is adding to it. And
If
I'm going to give you an example. Justice League. They decided fans want the Snyder Cut, right?
yes.
They had to re-sign Ben Affleck as Batman. They had to re-sign all these people to do this Snyder Cut, which is not really a Snyder Cut. It's like a whole other movie, kinda, because $200 million is a lot for a little reshoots. So they are Here's the thing: you have these streaming services that are killing each other. They're all
Right.
going into the ring, and Netflix has this, and CBS All Access has this, and HBO Max has this, and Disney Plus has this. And then they learned when they decided to do all that is that people don't want a million streaming services, right? Besides that, they learned that when they come out there, they need to have content. And they
Yeah.
learned from Disney Plus's mistake that Disney Plus kind of jumped the gun threw it out there too soon. They had Mandalorian. Now everything is delayed. So now Disney, and this is related to Doctor Who, now Disney is panicking because they are losing so much money, and the Disney Plus thing was supposed to make them so much money. So now they're like, you know what? Let's sacrifice Mulan. Let's try to make $1 billion here or a couple $100 million to get people signed with Disney Plus. You'll get signed with Disney Plus, plus you'll pay $30 and that will probably generate like $1 billion, or could generate hundreds of millions, or it could flop. Okay, so they need to have something because every single show they have is delayed except for Mandalorian. Right now, you've got CBS All Access, where CBS All Access had stuff that's basically existing. They didn't have enough new content. They had Twilight Zone. They aired one episode, whatever. So they're filling it with stuff, and it turns out that the stuff that they're filling it with is not enough for people to commit to that. You had a DC streaming service that completely failed because there was not enough content. So now DC stuff is merging because they also own, they also own HBO Max. They're getting rid of the DC thing and they're merging it onto, they're merging it onto their, the Warner Brothers, the whole thing, right? So they're learning they need a whole bunch of content for a streaming service. So HBO Max is throwing money all over the place. And they're like, listen, you know what? Moffat, here is money for a time traveler's wife. Okay, the flight attendant with Michelle Gomez, here you go. That's going to be an extra. Like, they're throwing money literally all over the place, like Netflix did, making
build their platform. Yeah, I get
have something for you to get their streaming service. So they're like, you know what? Doctor Who is well known. We will have this deal where we will carry it on our network till Series 15. We will throw money at it to make it bigger, where it's better. We don't give a shit what the ratings is in the UK and BBC because this is our platform. We can promote the shit out of it. And they're also invested in throwing tons of money towards an exclusive 60th anniversary special that they could kind of coincide it with the movies and everything, because they can have it in the theaters when the theaters reopen. 2023 is a long time from COVID. It should be fine. They'll have oh my God, we love David Tennant. Oh my God, we love Matt Smith. Oh, let's get classic doctors. They're not like handicapped when it came to like, say, whatever. And the deal is exclusively tied with Chibnall. Now, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say that somebody else said that's not what the deal is about.
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say about with COVID going through a secondary rise.
Right.
It's going to be a lot longer to get to where we want to get to with the schedule of Doctor Who. So
the only thing that's going to be filmed of Doctor Who that I was told that I was very surprised about, and I questioned about it a lot, is the special, which is probably going to be New Year's Day, was completed, was finished. And I was told by my source that Chibnall was given extra money, and he wants to go in and he wants to add to it. So, like, add to it meaning you could have, after the episode ends, it goes to black, and then it's like an extended after credits, but not like seconds. I'm talking minutes.
Yeah.
After credit scene, and that I'm leaning towards the fact that, well, what could you put in there that's so important? I'm leaning to either it being the Timeless Child, or it has something to do with the Daleks, like Davros or something.
Yeah.
To try to pique our interest, to try to want us to see Series 13, because right now the special is not really promoting Series 13. It's like separate. It's promoting its own thing.
On its own.
You need an attachment because you need to get people excited because they didn't realize that Series 13 was going to be so delayed. So now you want to shoehorn something in there. What's up, Marty? How are you? You want to shoe something in there to connect the audience, to whet their appetite, to want to see Series 13. You're going to have to throw something in there so effing crazy that you'll be like, oh, shit!
Yeah,
oh, shit! Like, and you're going to be like, this is what you're going to have in your mind waiting for Series 13. Could they throw in David Tennant? Could they throw in other shit? Maybe. But you know what? I have no idea what it is. So in September, they're going to be filming some stuff for this. Now, Series 13, nothingness right now. You know what? You better make the scripts better. That's all I got to say. You know, again, Neil Gaiman came out and says, I really want to write for Jody. I kind of miss writing for Capaldi, right? Now, if you could sort of appease the man and get Capaldi back so he could write something with Capaldi, like the 60th with Jody, that would be nice. But I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. But Neil Gaiman did say, you know, he missed his opportunity with Capaldi. He's very upset about that. He wants to write for Jody. He doesn't know. So we heard that, you know, will Chibnall budge? Maybe, because, you know, maybe there's specials out there besides the 60th that, you know, he'll throw something. Maybe they'll get Peter Jackson. Would be nice because they promised us Peter Jackson. If you got him now under a different showrunner.
But again, are they scheduled? Are they on schedule for the 60th? I don't think they will be.
Well, the 6th. Here's the thing that will change.
Yeah.
The whole entire series connected to the series will change. So, in other words, if your plans are to with the Timeless Child, then you have to wrap it up into the 60th from Series 13. Because it looks like Series 13 and then the next year is a special. Before it was supposed to be Series 14 and then the special, like the 60th or 15 or whatever. We didn't get a series every year. So it was 2018, Series 11. You should have had, you know, 2019, Series 12. You didn't. You had a special. So now you have 2020, Series 12, 2021, special, 2022, Series 13, 2023, 60th, because that's the way it's going to be now. So Series 13 and the 60th, one and the same, like connected. That will be the special for Series 13.
Yes.
And she signed after that. So that's the whole thing, that it's going to be, well, is Chibnall going to run out of gas because he was going to resolve everything and now he's got to create something else for the year. So I don't know. But you still have the Joe Martin thing, which he could drag out. It could be something different.
As much as Series 12 was a lot better than what we've got for Series 11, I'm hoping they can keep that momentum going with Series 13 and not drop the ball. Because then if they drop the ball in Series 13, then what? Do they just carry on and say, oh, well, people are not happy with it, but we're going to carry on and make Series 14,
You're going to do what The Walking Dead does.
Yeah, just keep churning it out, irrespective of what people say.
They're sneaky. They get the thing approved before the damn season starts. So when the ratings go to shit, they're like, "Oh, we got to hold another year. We can fix it." And it's like, there you go. So, and you basically do so much stuff that AMC is so tied to Walking Dead that it can't separate from Walking Dead, because Walking Dead is the 95% of their income for TV, and the other 5% is shit or whatever it is, right? There's nothing really else that's AMC brings them money other than Walking Dead. So even if it starts failing, they got it. Rick Grimes, the movie 1, 2, and 3. All these other stupid shit. They're not going to.
I'm still surprised that Fear of the Walking Dead is still got.
I stopped watching. Honestly, I stopped watching everything.
I stopped that ages ago because it was just like, nah. It's
they made me wait too long.
When they killed the main cast of Fear of the Walking Dead, I was like, okay,
when they killed the mom, Madison.
Yeah.
But so here we go now. HBO Max, look, they are a business. They are emotionless. It's Series 13, 14, 15, goodbye. Okay? That's it. It's goodbye. After 15, it's goodbye. Unless it does some extreme thing that generates some. But the plan is, we're using you, Doctor Who, so we could have content. The content in there, it's over now. Get the fuck out. That's
they bought all the series from 1 to up to 15 or so.
Series 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right. Now,
so they got right.
So now the other thing is with Hulu, they wanted to deal with Hulu with Orville. They got, Series 3. And everybody's seeing these articles now that they're done with Orville. It didn't even air yet. And it's like, they got what they...
Which I find a bit silly, because Orville has so much scope to it.
It's good.
It's got so much scope. You can continue it for as long as the actual series of Star Trek has been going.
And Seth MacFarlane's silent. He's not saying anything about it. So my thing is, this is a business. They don't give a shit what it does on BBC America. They purchased the product for Series 13, 14, 15. They get it out. They're happy. More than likely, they dump it after it's over. Or they keep whatever's remaining, but they don't go forward with anything new. And China is different because China had to deal with them before that. China has some other weird thing that they want besides the money they're giving that I heard that they was either supposed to film an episode or two in China and then maybe they're going to have a companion. Right now with COVID, shit's out the window. And now I also heard, Chibnall is pissed because Chibnall is the one that wants to film an exotic locales. And people are like, you can't. And he's like, no, there is no I can't. I am. And you can't right now. So it's like shit's going on and he's not happy. So he may delay it further because he wants to film an exotic locales.
So basically what he wants quality over, what's the other word I'm looking for? Substance. He wants quality over substance. Well, rather than not put substance into the show and better writers and make it tighter, he wants to splash his money on all the scenery.
He gets cheap when it comes to the writing. Like the cheapest. Yeah. He's like, you may not get a lot of money, but hey, I'm Chris Chibnall. Hey, you're with me, man. I could open the doors for you to get these pilots on the BBC. Just do it for dirt cheap. And people are like, okay. And no, it's not okay. They wound up, majority of them sucking the episodes. Like shit. And us fans, you can't be used to eating shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people just want to keep eating it. Oh, it's okay. It's good. It'll get better. No, it's not getting better. Yeah. So, Marty, how are you, Marty, in the chat? Good evening, gentlemen. Hope to get on your cast and chat with you soon, Joe. Yes. You know what, Marty? Are you available right now?
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to get. Let me see if you want to come in. We have an interesting story with Marty. I know he's going to want to tell it. So, okay. You don't know who he is, but you should know who he is. No. You should, because we talked about it. But let's see, Marty, if I can get you in here. I'm going to go to your Twitter, Marty, and I'm going to send you, and I understand if you can't stay long. You could pop in here, do a drive-by for like 5 minutes if you want, and you could keep your avatar off. Avatar on, like where you don't see, and just talk. All right. So I just sent you the link, Marty. Again, if you can't, I understand, but try to pop in for a few minutes. He also says Chibnall needs to pull an RTD and put something at the end of the episode, like how we used to get the trailer for the next series. Obviously, a trailer ain't happening, but a big tease would be good. Yeah, when we had the Murray Gold trailers. Yeah, like that was like movie theater music. Holy crap, the Pandorica, Amy's dead. What the fuck, right? It was crazy as shit. Like say with Moffat, right? And Russell T Davis, The End of Time. Sometimes I live too long, and it's like holy shit. It's like oh shit, David Tennant's last. Oh shit. It was like big time trailers, big effing time trailers, and the music fit the show. Yeah. Nothing against the current. But it doesn't. It feels artificial. It doesn't. I don't remember anything he composed other than the Master.
I mean, as much as I got the soundtrack,
other than the Master, I can't remember anything.
As much as I got the soundtrack of Series 12, I think it's Series 12. I don't. It doesn't really hit a thing with me. It's just music, but it doesn't really have any kind of like.
You could say Clara's theme. Do. You know it, but what's Yaz's theme? Boom, boom, boom. I don't fucking know what it is. What the fuck is it? It's drums. I don't know. It's percussion. I don't know what the fuck it is. I can't even sing it. Even Graham. Like, what the fuck does he have? Maybe they have the same theme. I don't know. Maybe Ryan. The only thing I know is Ryan Sinclair. Right. Don't you dare. That's the only thing I know.
Right. So going back to Series 13. So are you of the opinion that Yaz, Ryan, and Thingamabobby, the one you just spoke of, are they coming back for Series 13, or are they done at the Christmas episode?
I think someone's going to croak in the special, and then someone's going to leave, and then it's going to be Yaz. But as we were told with Doctor Who, even if somebody dies, like the Twitter handle said, it's going to be so damn delayed probably that the Doctor could do something, save the person, and then they could appear in the season. We don't know. So I'm saying that, you know, maybe they think someone's dead and they're not dead and they're a prisoner of somebody, and then they have to go find them like Amy Pond. Like, I mean, it could be like a thing like that where Graham is kidnapped or something and they got to go after Graham. They think he's dead, but he's not dead. Right.
I can see, yeah. But I mean, personally, for me personally, I think it's time that she had a new set of companions, you know, to carry her through.
I agree. I think that she needs. I would like to see her alone too.
Yeah,
like to have the assassin.
That's true. Because that would be a baptism of fire to see how she works on her own without having to bounce off anybody but herself.
They could technically. I mean, Captain Jack might rescue her, but they could technically have it where she was in prison, she got out, and then when she gets to Earth, she gets the wrong year, and years have passed.
Mm-hmm.
Or as Graham and Ryan, and they've been established in jobs and different things, and you know, they revisit them. Like what they did with Amy, like, you know, it was like a couple years to come back. She was a model, right? She was doing like, you know, I know, right? 3 casts. I think it was more than 3 casts, but yeah. How you doing, Bedwolf? What's going on, bro?
66.
Yes, to her doctor. Yeah, I know.
To who? Yes, to who?
yeah. Don't expect no romance.
I'm slightly wanting to do that. I don't really want it to be just a Doctor and Yaz. I wish they put on an add-on, another companion.
It might be an add-on. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
It's interesting that she looks like she's suicidal, Yaz. Like where Clara was getting like, I'm gonna throw my hair out the window and the Doctor's gonna hold my foot and then he's gonna pull me in, you know. I just seem like it's like Chibnall's taking stuff from Moffat. It's like, well, when are we going to see stuff that
everyone does that with everybody. Nothing's new anyway. Nothing's ever new. Everything's always borrowed from somewhere.
Now you don't want her to stay. You want her gone, right?
Who?
You.
Want who gone?
You want Jodie gone.
No, I just
do. You took a picture of her and you're like smiling, like, go away. Like you took a picture of her, you played the role like I took a picture with Jodie Whittaker, and then you're like, yeah, she sucks. No.
Look, I gave her a chance in Series 11,
right?
And everyone says it was poo-hoo, and it was a little bit poo-hoo.
It was.
Series 12 with her was a lot better.
A lot better, but not better enough. Like it wasn't like, you know.
And I know everybody hates the timeless charming, but I think that was a bold move. I think that was a very bold move.
I think the Fugitive of the Jejune was a great, excellent thing
that was good.
But the Timeless Child, I think, was that he was reading those books when Doctor Who was canceled back in the day, but the Doctor being the other and all that other crap, and mixing his own little shit from that. And no, the Morbius Doctors are not Morbius Doctors. It's just a Doctor playing with his head.
But you know what, though? Saying that, like, when you watch Brain and Morbius, right?
I never, for a million years, thought that.
Hang on. When you watch Brain and Morbius, which one of the two is the one that ends up dying? The Doctor, not Morbius. Morbius had a brain blowout, but he didn't die. It was the Doctor lying there dying. And the game goes, if the person pushes you back to your beginnings, you die. The Doctor was dying. So therefore, those faces were the Doctor to me.
No.
Yes.
No, because the thing is that Morbius was sheltered. Here's the thing. Morbius was a Time Lord on Gallifrey. 5 billion years in your house. You didn't go anywhere. The Doctor, William Hartnell, even young, could be on Earth, going here and there and there and there. Or even, all right, he's old. But, like, he could have done things in William Hartnell's body, like, as young, before he maybe could have visited Earth a lot or something, before he decided to stay there. Because he had to know what Earth was to go live there. So he might have did young things in his body, but the fact that the Doctor was showing old images, he could have showed all people he encountered in the past. Sort of like he overloaded in Rings of Akatan the God with all his memories. He's overloading different time periods with Morbius because Morbius was sheltered and stood on Gallifrey. Yeah, and he's been around, the Doctor, all over the universe.
But the mind-bending games specifically targeted the bodies of Time Lords who have gone their life that they had before. It's not about showing people that the Doctor's met. Those
Why couldn't
faces
that be
are
Morbius though? Why couldn't it be Morbius?
because otherwise Morbius would have been the one dying on the floor, and not the Doctor. Come
I don't.
on, that was the name of the game. The one that gets pushed back furthest dies, and the Doctor was dying at the end of it. Yes or no?
He didn't die.
He was dying at the end of it. He got
He
saved by the
didn't
sister.
die.
He
Right.
didn't die because the sister has saved him. Otherwise,
Right.
if they weren't there, he would have been kaput.
Mm.
And all that Morbius had was a brain prolapse. But he was still staggering around going, rawr, rawr, rawr. He only died when they pushed him off the mountain cliff.
Right.
So that's what I'm just trying to say. That's why I'm quite certain those faces are meant to be the Doctor's previous lives.
But here's the thing. Why does it have to be the past? It's a time travel show. Why are we thinking kindergarten thinking that it's the before and not after?
Because
Why are our minds so inferior that we have to say
when they're playing that game? What did Morbius say? Back to your beginnings. They're going. He's pushing him back down his timeline.
how the hell? Here's the thing. You realize the way his timeline is, right?
Yeah.
You realize he's going all over the place, right? Why couldn't it be that he encountered future Doctors in his past incarnations that are hidden to protect the timeline, but when you do a duel, it comes out. It's in your subconscious. So in other words, if William Hartnell encountered, and just think about this for a second, the first Doctor encountered how many Doctors? And you're even going to count the 12th, right? But all the memories were hidden, right? So you could have had the first Doctor encounter Doctor 57, and they could have been in the past of Earth, right? And they could all have been in Earth. They could have maybe the TARDIS was broken. Maybe they did this. And it was buried, just like the 5th Doctor buried the memory of the 10th until he was the 10th. So, in other words, if you do a duel, it would unlock, and Morbius would see it, but the Doctor wouldn't see it, right? But it would go away when the duel is over, because he's not supposed to remember future incarnations because it will alter the timeline. Just like if Matt Smith's Doctor told David Tennant everything about Trenzalore. Yeah. If he told him everything about Trenzalore, then the whole timeline would be altered, and he would resolve the Trenzalore thing before he got to be Matt Smith's Doctor.
But the same would be said of Jones Martin's Doctor. Then, if she's a future Doctor, then she should have been in that lineup of those faces. That
no, she can't. There's a secret that she has to hold. She can't tell her. Can't tell her. So look at David Tennant's Doctor when he encountered the next Doctor.
Oh,
he had suspicion because in his mind he's like, is he a futuristic version of me or not? He doesn't have the sonic screwdriver, so he can't be. He doesn't have the hearts, but then again, chameleon arch, you have one heart, like whatever, like it changes your body chemistry. So like,
don't smoke; it's bad for your regeneration cycles. Yes, it is.
So he was investigating, is that Doctor really the next Doctor? Until he came to the conclusion at the end, he's totally not. Right? And he found out.
The Doctor's not. He already knew it once he listened to
the he had suspicions, but he had to play it out.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, how could the Cybermen get wrong about that with the timestamp? I mean, maybe it is a future, or maybe he takes the face like Princess Astra. You know, Romana took the form of Princess Astra, right?
Yeah.
So maybe he does in the future. But at that point in time, no. You know, he didn't. So here's the thing.
On a side note about regeneration stuff, I mean, you've yet to listen to that Missy box set where we meet her Valeyard self.
Here's the thing. I'm so against that. You don't understand.
Well, if the Doctor
because here's the thing. Chibnall does not acknowledge that.
Yeah, but if the Doctor
he said they had a BBC special that was Missy, and then it was Sacha Dhawan. Like there was no in between. Now they're doing shit like it is. The thing is, they're not communicating, and when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
And I watched Star Trek Next Generation, 1987, right? And started getting every single book there was that I could afford. of Star Trek Next Generation pocket books, right? And one of my favorite books was Imzadi by Peter David, which is a great comic
Oh,
writer,
I've seen
right?
that one. Yeah, about the
When they
Betasaurs.
did the episode and they basically made it where none of that shit happened. For the first time, they kind of acknowledged the book with like, fuck that, we're doing our own thing. After that, I'm looking at all these fucking books, and I had boxes of books. Not only did I buy Star Trek, I bought Star Wars. I bought Heir to the Empire. I bought Dark Force Rising, Last Command, Timothy Zahn's. I bought all this shit. This one dies. Oh shit. This one, right? I bought the comic books where Luke might become an evil. All this shit. The moment the Next Generation thing happened, where they said, fuck this, and I found out what the name canon was, and they like threw that shit out the window, I got so pissed, I stopped. I stopped buying every single book there was because it was a waste of money because none of it was real, right? With the comic books, I read it, I retain it in my brain. I'm like an encyclopedia. I'm like, this happened to Spider-Man and this issue, this happened to something. But if you start going fucking around and you be like, oh, that's not canon anymore, I'm done.
Well, hang on. Yeah, I mean, you've watched Spider-Man movies that has gone so far. Yeah, and then you also read comics that don't have none of them.
But you can say that they're in multiple universes in the movies now. Now you can snap and say Batman, Michael Keaton exists in one universe because we saw Crisis. He exists.
Yeah.
And then this Batman for Batman Forever exists. And then this thing. So we've seen that. There's multiple universes. The books, you want to make it another universe. Fuck that. No, I'm done. Like, I'm not going to waste my money for that. So, and then when they did the thing with Star Wars canon, they said all this shit didn't happen. So you just shit on all the things I bought.
Yeah, but rather than throw it all away, can't you just keep it in your head?
It's in the closet. It's in the closet, but it's meaningless.
Well, it can still be meaningless to you in your own head canon.
Not really, because nobody knows what the fuck it is and nobody cares. It's over. So when this happened to Luke, no, not really. You know, he's on a planet drinking milk. It's like, what? The fuck? So no, like it's all shit. And maybe it's better than what it came now, but it's too late. But so with Doctor Who, Big Finish, you know, them doing their own tangent, I can't get into it. I mean, I'll listen to it, but I don't believe it at all.
I mean, this Missy thing doesn't necessarily have to be canon at all, but it was a nice little squeezing.
So, in other words, you're telling me that she had an incarnation after Missy that's a good guy.
That's a good female version of it. After she created it. It wasn't a regeneration of a sort. It was something that she created for her to take out all her evil of her, take out all the good stuff of her inside her and put it in her.
Don't you understand? You're talking about the logic of the show that they said we can't trip over, or she can't trip over their own timeline. And David Tennant showed, you know, Martha Jones, him fixing his tie where we went back or whatever, but he can't fuck around, right? That was the whole thing. You can't screw up your own personal timeline. Meaning the 10th Doctor. The 10th Doctor can't listen. The 10th Doctor can't do that. And no, here's what they do. Okay. Mm-hmm. Everything they didn't alter the timeline because everything is still existing. All classic Doctor Who and New Who is the same timeline. All right.
Yeah.
The only thing my theory is that changed. All right. And I still believe it to this day. Right. Is the fact that you have a straight line. Right.
Yeah.
So you have the Time War and all this stuff. Right. I think the Sisterhood of Karn are a bunch of lying bitches. Okay? I don't think. No, I'm going to tell you why. I don't think that his regeneration was turned off. I think that he was going to regenerate, and they put some shit in there to make their own Doctor in between. And every time Moffat talked about it, he says, "Don't consider this. Don't dwell on this. It's like a MyFly, whatever thing that it just exists for a few minutes." I think they implanted their own Doctor there.
They did.
And when they chopped, I'm talking another regeneration. Like they gave him another regeneration on top of the one that was supposed to work. So in other words, when the job was done, then the doctor came through that was supposed to come through. The ninth doctor was always supposed to be after the eighth. He knocks him out of there. Like, yeah, I'm here. That's what it was. Because he wasn't hurt. Nothing was wrong. The mission was done.
Makes sense, because as a doctor, he wouldn't have jumped into the time war and done what he did in the time war because he's the doctor. He doesn't want to do that. Right. He doesn't want to fight a war. So
and because because of his memory, it was retained.
Yeah. So the only way you could do it is say to them, listen, make me into a badass because I can't do fuck all in the time war.
In other words, they put him in a whole timeline where the war doctor never existed. And they just put him in there in the middle, and it didn't affect anything because his memory was erased anyway. So it just existed like normal. That's what it is. And I got to tell you, I don't like that idea.
You don't like that idea?
No, because if you could do it once, you could do it twice or 3 times. Or exactly. you could do a Joe Martin thing. And I'm like,
Well, I mean, as much as you think that she's a future incarnation, I'm still sticking to the fact that she's from before.
If she's the past, she's after the second.
Wherever you want to put her.
No way she is not before William Hart.
But we both got to agree she exists, whether she's past or future.
I will accept 1, 2 taken out of the time stream, going on missions, getting fucking killed, regenerating into Joe Martin. They're like, oh shit. And then when Joe Martin regenerates, she regenerates back into 2. He has no fucking idea what happens. And then he's 3. Because they can't fuck up the timeline. He has to regenerate into 3. So it wasn't supposed to happen like that.
Yeah, but hang on. We never saw 2.
No.
We never saw 2. We never saw 2 turn into 3. So she could be.
No, you can't do that. You want to know why? Because then you're going to have to renumber them. And that's going to cause a massive problem. Because you're going to have to say Joe Martin is fucking 3. And then you're going to say, who's your favorite doctor? My favorite doctor is 4. Oh, you like John Pertwee? No, I like Tom Baker. And then you're going to be fucked.
Yeah, but didn't Moffat say that numbers don't matter? They're all the doctors.
Fuck him. No, they're numbered. They're fucking numbered. Tom Baker's 4, motherfucker. No, don't fucking do shit like this. This isn't common cure math. Don't go back and minus shit. No.
Remember,
I don't want that.
Remember, we only call them doctors 1, 2, 3 because we know who's come after who. It doesn't mean that
it does mean. Clara said, "You are the 11th Doctor." Yes, that's it.
Where she was wrong. She's
actually she wasn't, because that guy wasn't a doctor. He's fucking blowing shit up.
Yeah, but she was wrong anyway. He's the 12th.
She's not. No, she's not. You can't say that.
Matt Smith.
What?
Matt Smith was the 12th, but he called himself.
No, he wasn't. First of all, unless you know, the War Doctor doesn't fucking count as a doctor. He's not a doctor. Fucking blowing shit up. No, he isn't.
He didn't carry the.
The doctor didn't push the button. Not the War Doctor. That guy was gonna fucking blast everybody to fucking blow the whole shit up. Matt Smith turned the shit off. Not the tank. Not the War Doctor. You think the War Doctor is going to be the Peace Doctor? No, he's going to blow shit up. The 11 Doctors be like, okay, you know.
Then remember, Tenant.
And then he's like, I'm a doctor, and I can't even remember. No, asshole, you're not a doctor. You're fucking just standing next to doctors. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's why when you went to TARDIS, the regeneration's like, get the fuck out of there, and you became the fucking 9th Doctor. That's it. But that's it. It's okay. It's like you have something in your stomach, right? And you got to get that shit out of there. Like it's a thing. It's like it doesn't belong in you. Get out. The regeneration kicked the War Doctor out. It's like, get out. Get the fuck out. That's it. You're out.
He was created for the war.
But that's it. He's not a doctor, so get out. You're done.
He's still the Doctor in personality.
Not the Doctor. Nah.
He's still the Doctor. He's just not in name. He's still the Doctor, but just not in name.
No, he's not. All he did was fucking TARDIS was like a goddamn fucking armory. He's whipping out guns for fucking hundreds of years, blasting shit. The doctor doesn't fucking. That's why the doctor was so scared to fucking hold the gun. He's like, Jesus, I had a whole fucking armada in that fucking shit. I was blowing up fucking planets and everything with the Daleks in it.
Well, then, explain to me the fact that Matt Smith was the final incarnation and he couldn't regenerate no more. Tell me about that.
Because somewhere he lost one.
Go on.
I don't know where.
You
but
can't, unless
no, somewhere he lost a regeneration, and you could say he gave it to River. And if he did, then technically she has one.
Wait a minute. Speaking about River, when he was dying in Let's Kill Hitler, or whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
She gave him an awful lot of regeneration energy.
That brought him back to life. It didn't give him like a whole slew of it. It didn't give him any. It brought him back to life.
As far as that story went, she gave up the remainder of all
the brought him, to bring him back to life, not to keep.
What do you mean not to keep? Where did the rest of it go then?
To bring him back to life, because one was not enough.
So, therefore, he should have X amount of regenerations.
Oh, right. So then, when he's hooked up to the machine, and the Brigadier touches the Brigadier with the Mordred Undead, and it says it's going to take 6 regenerations to kill these motherfuckers, and the Brigadier, then the blast should have gave him another 6 regenerations. Bullshit. And you know I'm right. That's why he had a little darker hair. He's like a little more younger now. Oh, shit. I got an extra 6 I don't even know about.
Right, so at the end of the day, this whole Matt Smith being the last Doctor in that regeneration cycle was bullshit. Is that what you're saying?
If Jodie found herself without regenerations, and she needed to regenerate, all she needs to do is to go to Earth, knock on Donna Noble's doorstep, and just take the regeneration energy from her. What regenerations in there? One. Just one. Just one. One regeneration. She used the energy on the Master. She blasted the shit out of him with regeneration energy. It's one regeneration in it. It's still in there. Sort of like when he gave regeneration energy to River's hands.
Yeah.
And River's like, it's going to affect your future regeneration. Maybe you won't grow hair or some shit or whatever. Like, yeah, I don't know how the regeneration energy works, if it recharges, if it's whatever, but he gave her a thing to heal her hands.
It's, I don't know, but so right now we know that she's got X amount of, she's got untold regeneration now. Untold. If you're going by the timeless child storyline, she's got untold regeneration.
I'm not going by that, and I still say from Series 11, something's wrong with the Doctor.
Well, then that's fine. If there's something wrong with her, then she can just regenerate.
Because they said that the companions recovered faster than the Doctor did with the sonic bomb.
Well, maybe the sonic bomb is susceptible to time lord physiology, and it affects them worse than it affects
She had a scan in Kerblam, and she stopped them before they said the results. Something was wrong.
True.
You saw the episode. You saw the episode. I'm right.
Yeah, I did.
There was something wrong. Okay. I caught it, Chibnall. You son of a bitch.
Yeah, but unless it's a throwaway thing that Chibnall's forgotten about, he's not gonna go back there and.
I just want to know how alien tablecloths know about the Timeless Child. That's what I want
to know. Because maybe it can unlock her mind and read into it.
The Timeless Child. It's all bullshit. Okay? That's what it's going to be. It's going to be all bullshit. It's going to be all planted bullshit. It's maybe Rassilon or maybe somebody's fucking with the Master. You're going to see, oh shit, there's fucking 3 Gallifreys. What the fuck?
Now look at what Dean Smith
did. Just fucking 6 Scarrows. What do you grow them in a fucking factory? What the fuck?
Look at what Look at what Dean Smith wrote down there in the message box down there. That's an interesting point. What do you reckon about that?
I'm reckon that the Matrix of Gallifrey is not 100% accurate, and the Valeyard had altered the Matrix of Gallifrey to make it that the Doctor committed genocide and Trial of Time Lord, and that somebody else altered the Matrix of Gallifrey to make it look, oh, look at this story. Look at this movie. Wow, I like this. This is a cool movie that Tom Lords are watching. What is this about?
You know what? Granted, there are bits missing from that Matrix playoff that we saw.
Yeah, so where do you fucking master connect the fucking dots that the doctors do? Why can't it be the Ronnie? That the Ronnie does science experiments and fuck rips people's legs off and gone, and she don't give a fuck either about people dying. Why can't it be the Ronnie?
Why is it so bad that the Doctor, this thing is centered on the Doctor and no other Time Lord? Why is it so? What's so wrong with that?
Because the whole point is, it doesn't make, because if you're killed constantly by your mother, and even if the memory's taken away, you'll kind of have a memory, or fear, or your body will react. You will become a mass fucking murderer.
Remember,
you will have no value for any type of life because you keep dying over and over. So
right,
you have the Donna Shaw should be the fucking master.
Yeah, but you say that. But would it be just as effective? No, I don't think it would. It just cheapens everything.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. If it is the Doctor, and if the Doctor got all her memories back, she'll be a fucking villain. She'll be a villain.
Why?
She's not going to be the same person. She's not going to be the same person. She's going to be a fucking villain. If that is the memories, and she gets those memories, she's going to be a fucking villain.
Why? You have to remember. What Tech 2, whatever name is Tech 2 and did.
I'm going to give you an example. Total Recall. Hauser.
Sorry?
Total Recall.
Right.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hauser. Fucking piece of shit. Right? Then he gets the shit implanted and he's a different person. Right?
Yeah.
And then they go to remove it. He's an asshole again. And they're like, oh shit, he's really a villain all along. Fuck, take that shit out of his head. So the moment you put your memories back, she's going to be a fucking villain. She's going to chop people up. All that shit is going to be wiped away, and she's going to be the person she originally was, and she's going to fucking kill everybody.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, what Joe Martin said, it doesn't matter where you come from. What matters is who you are now.
Yeah, right. Until you get your fucking memories back, then it's different. Then shut the fuck up. Until you get your fucking memories back, then we'll fucking see. Then we'll fucking see. Okay, I'm telling you, she will fucking go crazy. No, it's not.
Right. She going what? You saying she's going crazy because Tech 2 and sort of like killed her.
She gets the memories back of her mother keep killing her over and over and over and over and over and over.
That was in the name of.
Then you're going to see that she was a nasty bastard when she was on Gallifrey.
Yeah, but that was in the name of science. All that was in the name.
Stop! It's not. No, it's not. If you're a mother and you adopt a kid, what was the tears about? Oh, my baby's dead, and then the baby's not dead, right?
Yeah,
so you pick the kid up and you hug the kid, right?
Yeah.
You don't be like, give me some knives to stab the shit out of this person so I can experiment. That was genuine tears, like, oh, my baby's died. But that doesn't make any sense. But now so if you don't know, if you go to kill your kid and you don't know if the regeneration energy is going to kick in, you would be mad and upset and sad, right? So, like, why the fuck would she do that to that kid? That's bullshit.
When you see it happen once, you go, hang on, is this an inherent...
I'll be grateful that my kid's fucking alive. Hey, let's go home and that's it. Fuck that.
And we don't know for sure whether each of those regenerations were at the same time while she's not
playing. That's all bullshit.
That could have been after over a period of time. She comes back to her laboratory to test her again. She regenerates again, and she brings her back to the laboratory to test her again to see how she.
So you're telling me? Listen to me. You're telling me the most advanced civilization in the universe.
Back then.
Wait. Back then, when it formed, they know that she killed this kid 1,000,000 fucking times. So here's a fucking robe. Here's your fucking chair. There's 3 of us. We're going to rule Gallifrey. Thank you for killing your child 50 million times. You're a part of our wonderful legacy, but we're going to keep you quiet because we're jealous of your bullshit.
All she did is expended some of that child's regeneration bodies. She didn't kill them; they just regenerated each time.
What did the doctor say all the time when he would die? When I die, and someone else comes up, yeah, you die, you die. There's no like, no, it hurts. There's no fucking like, oh, that's nice. No, it's not. You die. He said it. He said the fucking traumatic shit. That Russell T. Davies put that shit in there. Made it. Oh shit. When I regenerate, I'm fucking dead. And it's like, and then I'm alive again, but I'm different. It's like they're so fucking scared. Like the doctor's not scared about anything, but the doctor's petrified to regenerate.
If those bodies were murdered and are dead, right? Then it wouldn't be possible for the doctor to meet his previous self when each one of them being dead anyway after a period of time.
No,
but they do it. But it happens. He meets his previous selves.
When there's something go wrong with the universe, okay, but not like he's not going to be in like the mindset. Oh, hey, what's up in my brain? Because then it'd be multiple personality disorder. He's the same person.
Oh, like the 11. Yeah, the 11's got that. But
no, you wouldn't have it where you're talking to each other. Like that whole thing where they went to that place and they're all standing there, right? That's not in his brain. That's like they went someplace, right? That's a place that they went, right? He's not in his brain talking to himself. No, he's one person. So that person doesn't come back again unless you revisit the face. But even if you revisit the face, do you have the same personality? Maybe not. That's the whole point. Maybe you're different. So, you know.
I don't know. I know what you mean. I know where you're coming from. But I'm just trying to sort of throw a little bit.
This is what I want to see. I want to see the master show up. I want to see the timeless child show up. And he's like, what the hell? You're the doctor. Oh, no, I'm not. You're an idiot. I made you believe that because you're a stupid, stupid Time Lord, Master. You're dumb as shit. And then he's going to fucking go ballistic because nobody ever made him look like a goddamn idiot other than the doctor. And he's going to want to murder the timeless child. Okay? Because someone's going to fuck with Master finally for the first time in history other than the doctor. And he's going to get fucking pissed. And that's what's going to happen. It's all bullshit. Maybe it's Rassilon. Maybe because he had he got mad that he just let the Master go with a new TARDIS and said, get the fuck out of my base, cure him, and get the fuck off Gallifrey. Maybe he really wanted to kick his ass. Maybe it was in there, I don't know, motions, I don't know. And it's going to be somebody that's fucking with the Master and the Doctor, creating bullshit on television of the Matrix and Gallifrey, and that's it. Maybe it's the fucking Valyard, which would be great. Be great because that's a Doctor. So it's like, fuck you, Master.
Why the Valyard? Why does everybody keep going back? He's done. He's had his time.
Yeah, where is he?
Where is he? The last we saw,
controlling the Matrix of Gallifrey.
When you see, well, hang on. When you
not
see,
big finish. Not big finish. He's trial Time Lord. He had a key. Ha 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 ha.
That was yonks ago, though.
So where'd he go? He just died? No.
Maybe
he's on Gallifrey. He can go in a shop and get a couple of suits.
Why would you stay on Gallifrey after all that? You want to go out there and cause so much mayhem.
Maybe he got a whole new cycle and went out.
There you go.
Maybe he was behind fucking Madame Kavarian, making the TARDIS blow up. Maybe he's the voice in the fucking TARDIS. It's a Valyard.
But he's no longer in the Matrix then. He's out.
Well, obviously, fucking Master's starting chopping people up.
There you go. That's another thing. That's another thing that bothers me with the Masters turning dead Time Lords into Cybermen. It's like, okay, that's a bit far-fetched.
So here's the thing. If you killed a Time Lord and they're about to regenerate again and then you shoot them again and they can't regenerate, right? So why does the regeneration energy stay in the body and you're dead? That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make no sense whatsoever. It shouldn't be possible.
It's gone. The regeneration energy is gone.
Yeah.
But maybe somebody could use it because that's why you burn them so they can't get the bodies, right?
Harry Potter.
Which, I'm sorry, Russell T. Davis, but you stole the burning of the bodies because they burned Darth Vader. Got to burn the Jedi and the Sith because then people do weird shit.
I agree with Matthew waking. Two, this would never happen in Classic Who. You can't just touch somebody and give them your regeneration. This is very
Exactly.
true.
Exactly.
Because it's supposed to be a momentous thing, and they seem to make it willy-nilly these days in New Who.
And if you're a female, you could try on different regenerations with that one regeneration because you know how to control your regenerations, and guys can't.
Yeah, and she was still
Like,
in the. She was still in the
back
the
and forth,
time
back and forth. And he's saying you're wasting regenerations, and she's like,
yeah,
it's just within the certain hours of the regeneration cycle.
yeah, that's right. She was still within that.
So she could do whatever she could control because she got honors in that class of Regeneration 101 in school, I guess.
Yeah.
That's why River's like, let me concentrate on the dress size. Yeah. Yeah. They can control it, right? Which River technically has that regeneration energy from Angels Take Manhattan because she said that she's going to save it so that way she can look younger. So that was the excuse that she's looked younger in Silence of the Library. She used the regeneration energy to
de-age herself. Yeah. Ah, poor girl. Yeah. But still, and that's the history of the Time Lords 101.
And all you need to do is you need to take her roasted body that's charred, throw a little bit of nanites on there, you know, from Captain Jack and the Doctor dances and all that. So it heals the body up completely, and then put River back on her body, and she's good. That's what he needs to do. The Daleks took the nanites too, but they made them make Daleks.
That's another problem. That's another problem. Now that we know that the Daleks have regeneration energy, doesn't mean they regenerate constantly now and they never die.
No. They didn't get. No, it doesn't work like that. It was one regeneration. They don't get an infinite cycle regenerations.
So what was it? What were they given? What happened there? What was
the way I envision it as a writer, as to what happened at the end of the episode. Right, the Doctor leaves, and Davros, whole bunch of regeneration energy starts kicking in for Davros, and it becomes a fucking fully healed human that can walk and talk. Maybe he looks like a fucking playboy, right? And the Daleks are like, who the fuck is this? And they go to blast him. He's like, no, it's me. And they're like, we don't know who you are. He fucking takes off and escapes fucking Skaro. And he gets caught and he gets arrested by the June. He gets thrown in the cell and he has fucking hatred because the Daleks think he's a weak piece of shit and they don't know he's Davros. And he got what he wanted, but the Doctor screwed him because now he's completely fucking healed. He don't even fucking look like that. And now he's fucking weakling. He can't do shit. And it just hoping that he bumps into the fucking Doctor. Maybe he will. Maybe he'll bump into Jodie on the fucking rock. I don't know. And then he'll really be fucking scumbag and like try to get the Daleks, create a new race of Daleks, these skinny motherfuckers that, or maybe get the original Daleks that will fucking obey his ass to get him off the rock. That's how I would do it. Now, if Chibnall doesn't put Davros in this special, he sucks. Because you have a fucking perfect opportunity. Perfect opportunity to have a fucking nice Davros story where you don't even know it's fucking Davros.
It would be nice to see the Davros again, but it's and
then in the end, it would be like the Daleks shoot him, and then he gets disfigured and shit again, and then it's like, all right.
If they don't, like I said, if they don't pinpoint this, the last time we met the Daleks and they got regeneration energy, if they don't talk about that, then it's bullshit.
Well, here's the thing, right? Why didn't Clara have a regeneration energy too? Because she was in the fucking Dalek too.
That's true. She was inside the Dalek.
And here's another thing. When she went in that fucking pod, right? That pod. Why couldn't it create a duplicate of her who was rested to deal with the thing that went with the Doctor, and the real Clara's behind, and she stops that fucking guy from destroying the universe?
Possible. Yeah. I want them to resolve
he was going to destroy the universe, right? Or whatever. He was going to destroy a couple planets, whatever. He was left alone. So maybe Clara pops out of the pod. Who the fuck's this? And takes him out, right?
Maybe.
Regardless, Clara dies. She's in the nanosphere. That's it. She's connected.
Well,
Yes. That's the way Missy set it up. Missy set it up. She made the kid that in Afghanistan or whatever the fuck, or Iraq, went right into the nanosphere.
mhm.
They said, right? So her body, boom, right in there. Her and Danny Pink chilling in that technology.
Well, as far as we're concerned, she's still traveling around in a stolen TARDIS.
No, she comes back because the universe is intact, right? The universe is not altered, right? Or maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a timeline that the Master destroys Gallifrey because Clara fucked up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right. Maybe.
You pop Clara back in there, that whole shit gets wiped.
We'll see. We'll see. Whatever comes of the Christmas or New Year's special and so
I want to know where the intergalactic Walmart is, where you could buy what do you call it?
Yeah.
What the hell is that? Jesus Christ, why did I forget the name now all of a sudden? Vortex manipulator.
Right.
Everybody's got a vortex manipulator. They just go to Walmart in space and they got it. Missy has one. Clara has one. Captain Jack has one. River had one. Fucking people have a vortex manipulator. The Doctor technically should be having the fucking vortex manipulator around her fucking wrist.
Yes.
Missy had it on her wrist when she died, which absorbed the part where she couldn't regenerate, and she was able to regenerate to the vortex manipulator. It's like the Brigadier shot her, didn't kill her. The dog shot her, in which is didn't kill it. She had the vortex manipulator.
Until they filmed that. Until they filmed that.
That's the way she came back.
That's what you say.
That's what the introductory thing they did. The fucking tutorial in fucking the episode of they showed Capaldi's doctor using the beams to hit the thing to zap out of it.
Oh yeah, that was in that story. Yeah, that's fine.
Right, but that's how she fucking got out of the Brigadier, and that's how she Cyberman, and that's how she fucking got out of the fucking thing.
Well, that's how she got out of being executed by her own self.
Yes.
Okay.
He didn't know what the fucking vortex manipulator was.
No, but he can always go forward. Well, of course he's going to know what they are because he's a time traveler. He's a time traveler. He
didn't know she had one.
Who knows? Maybe he did know.
No, he thought he's happy he killed her.
No way. They spent enough time they spent enough time in each other's company in that last story for him to notice that she's got a manipulator on her arm. Come on now.
The thing is that she lived.
Okay. Because we're still not clear where Sasha belongs.
Maybe somebody picked her up, like Rassilon in his fucking sports car spaceship that got kicked off Gallifrey. Maybe he's like, hey man, help me fucking blow these people up. And she's like, all right, hook a sister up. We regenerate. Okay. And there you go. And by the way, want to know the truth about these fucking guys? These fucking guys. Tetayun? Yeah. Want to see that shit? Look at that shit. I'll go kill them, Master. Okay, Rassilon. I'm going to blow these people up. That's probably what happened. Instigating bastard.
Rassilon. Aren't we forgetting that Tetayun is Rassilon? She's the first founder.
She's not Rassilon. Tetayun is not Rassilon.
We don't know that. She could have
changed. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. That's not Rassilon. You had Rassilon, you had Omega, and you had this fucking Tetayun fucking thing.
Yeah, the other.
And they shitted on the Doctor because if the Doctor was a timeless child, they're like, fuck that. I'm gonna make this person be who I'll fucking play. Fuck that shit.
All right.
Now, if they said that the timeless child had a child and it was a Doctor, I'd be like, okay, right?
Which would be
because she already would be established as a Time Lord because they're all Time Lords, and it would be better because it's like her legacy that her fucking mother or whatever the fuck was had regeneration energies unlimited. That's your mom, and now you're the first Time Lord, and like okay, that would be good because it wouldn't say that. It would fix it that way that she's the timeless child's child. That would make fucking sense.
That was
And
still make a non-Gallifreyan though.
No, because she's born on Gallifrey because her other is a Time Lord. They had sex and had another baby there. So it would be a Time Lord born, a Gallifreyan born. So no, timeless child's child would be better.
Okay, that would be
better. Thank you.
Okay.
And it would make sense that the TARDIS was the timeless child's, because it was the first TARDIS, they could say, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the first TARDIS, that's why, whatever, and that the Doctor always had it. And then it was put in a museum, but, it was always in the family.
You could say that. We'll see. Whatever Chibnall does to clear this whole thing up, you're gonna have to take it and read it, or take it or throw it away.
And Rassilon has a personal thing with the Doctor because, as it was explained in the episode, he took Rassilon's daughter and ran away, had kids.
I knew you were gonna say that.
And then it's like this fucking guy, right? And then the Doctor's child married the Master's child, and they had Susan, and that's why Rassilon always like talking about those two motherfuckers, Master and the Doctor. Right.
So Susan is the Master's daughter. Is that what you're saying?
Susan is the Master's granddaughter, also.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
Because Missy said, "Do you remember you giving this to my daughter?"
Yeah.
And the Doctor probably had a son, and she was a daughter, and the houses merged. They were very, and I when I see it, I picture, and they, that's it. There you go. And the Time Lords punished the Master because of different things that the Master did on Gallifrey, and probably killed the Doctor's whole family, with the exception of Susan. And he didn't agree with it, and he ran away with Susan.
Yeah.
And he thought that the Master died. The Master didn't. The Master got away, and he didn't want any part of it. So that's okay.
Sutek. There you go, Randy.
So that's another thing, Sutek, because you could fucking say that the Jagorath really fucked over Sutek. You look at those hieroglyphics, yeah, man. They're like, this motherfucker's gonna get in the way. We're gonna fucking lock this guy up in this shit.
What, lock up Sutek? You know how
I would love to see that fucking crossover. Pay attention to it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the Jagorath story. Look at how in ancient, Egypt, the Jagorath was there. Like, who the fuck is this guy? This guy's gonna get in the way. He's gonna fuck up my plans.
Yeah.
I gotta get this. I gotta lock this motherfucker up. That's what I want to see. Big Finish, take care of that shit.
It took 700 of Siren to lock up Sutek. I don't think Scarrow won.
Yeah, he had a hand in it, man. He had a hand in it. He had a hand in it, man.
Oh dear.
I want to see an episode where Kate Stewart goes. She finds out that Sacha Dhawan's the Master, smacks him in the fucking face, right? He's like, "You fucking defunded unit. You fucking did it because you fucking hate us and shit. Because my dad kicked your ass." Because that's all he had to do was a keystroke on the keyboard. He defunded unit and laughed about that shit.
Well, all he's got to do is just turn around and go, "You know what? Let me cut you down to size." Zip.
Well, the doctor could have just fucking fixed it on the computer, made the funds go back to unit. She was like, "Oh, fuck it. It's all right." It's like, what? Come on, Chips. Bring fucking unit back. Come on, Chips.
Yeah, but they're defunct at the moment, so unless you've got some
Yeah,
money.
because of the master. Because of the master. He said it in his fucking shack. He's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Deleted. Budget for unit. Deleted. Fuck those guys. He's like, I'm so powerful as this incarnation of the master. I typed a couple of sentences and they fucking were done. I didn't even need to blow them up and shit. Took the money away. That's fucking genius.
Let's have you write Series 15. That'll be so much fun.
Oh, we probably would.
It'll be so much fun.
I'll explain those red balloons and the flickering lights.
Come to me, HBO. Give me the money, bitches.
Right. Right. How did Amy Pond and a ganger body go out, have enough energy to be outside the universe? Explain that shit. Let's tie that in with Madame de Pompadour with these fucking enormous amount of energy that the ship's expelling with time windows. Maybe.
Maybe
Omega
not.
voice in the TARDIS. Maybe. They need to have that shit. They need to explain that shit. Maybe, listen to this. Not only did everybody start trying to fuck with the 11th Doctor's timeline, but maybe a doctor fucked with the Doctor's timeline to stop those motherfuckers. Like we already seen Peter Capaldi was there, Doctor, 12th Doctor. Maybe he's the one that, Omega was coming. He kicked Omega's ass. Stopped that shit dead in his tracks. Madame Correa was going to come back, kicked her ass. Stopped her from coming in.
Yeah, but that's all supposition. We don't know that.
Somebody was coming, that shit stopped. Where the fuck was that voice in the TARDIS? What was that?
Oh, yeah.
Ghosts and shit? No.
Silence will fall.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Dream Lord? Yeah. The Dream Lord had physical form. Turned the dials and shit.
Why not?
It wasn't an illusion. Physical form. They were all sleeping in the TARDIS. So he existed and he left the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Because he's the master. It's Toby Jones transitioning into Missy.
No, don't start getting convoluted now.
I am starting that shit.
All right.
Toby Jones is the master.
Well, it was a very weak one then, because
because he was transitioning into a good guy.
Oh, if that's transitioning into a good guy, I hate to see it when he's doing it transition to a bad guy.
Well, you did, Sasha Dewan.
Yeah, that's after the fact, but or maybe before the fact.
Guy fucking killed everybody. He ate everything, and he's still hungry. What the fuck? He's like, I'm,
hungry. Yeah. Okay, let's leave it at that.
So we didn't even get into the other thing.
Which was what?
The fake news the next day about the Doctor regenerating at the special. That was from Philip Morris.
Well, hang on. Philip Morris is saying that the Doctor's going to regenerate in the special.
Where do you go to Twitter or what?
No, I don't. I don't frequent those places. I don't frequent them places. They do
you
my
didn't
head
see
in.
that shit?
No.
Philip Morris was like fucking Omega and shit, right? I'm gonna go on, right? So he's on his fucking Twitter throne and shit, and he's like, you didn't see this shit?
I know he was having tantrums left, right, and center, but I didn't know about this.
He's sitting on the throne like Omega, and he's like, Jodie Whittaker is definitely regenerating at the special, and he throws it out there to all his followers. He's like Rossalon with the thing, Gallifrey rising!
Yeah, but you know what? What's wrong with that? Because if
he created a lie.
Yeah, but hang on. Your sources are allowed to report to you things that we don't know for sure yet. So why is it any different that Philip Morris is wrong for saying what he's saying?
Because he made it up personally.
Well,
because he hates. That was the plan, to put this shit out there to spam Twitter, to be talking about his shit instead of that Jodie's resigned because he can't stand it that Jodie's the Doctor and fucking everything. So he's like, fuck these people.
Yeah.
I'm going to create this bullshit. Yeah.
Oh dear.
I
Well,
was pissed.
I mean, he's closer to the BBC than anybody else, so he probably knows more than we do.
He's not happy. They altered his shit. They altered his episodes and they threw Chibnall shit in there. Sasha Dewan appeared in the fucking episode and shit. He's pissed. You don't think so? He's pissed. He's fucking pissed.
Well, he can
He's
be
doing
pissed.
missing episodes and they throw Chibnall shit in there. I'd be pissed too. Fucking Sasha Dewan's picture in that fucking episode. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Oh, when they put on the poster.
Yes. He's pissed.
I mean,
They overrode what he was doing. They fucking shit on his. That's like saying someone did a painting and somebody comes along and throws a fucking purple splot right in the fucking middle and say that's art. They fucked up his fucking life's work doing this episode. They shit on his desk. You understand? They shit on Philip Morris's desk. Shit on it.
Yes, they did.
So every day he's tweeting one thing a day. All of a sudden, this is my theory. That's what happened. And then boom, he's tweeting 30 things a day. Philip Morris. He used to tweet one thing a day. Now he's tweeting 30 things a day. Losing his shit. He's fucking angry. I want to talk to him. I want to know. Did Chibnall tell him to go fuck himself? I want to know. That got him so pissed. I want to know. I want to know who fucking pissed off Philip Morris. Could somebody answer me who the fuck pissed off Philip Morris? Did Chibnall shit on his desk?
Maybe.
Philip Morris, could you tell me this?
How do you know it's actually? How do you know it's actually Philip Morris? It's not a fake account.
Unless he's been hacked. But is he dead? Did somebody kidnap Philip Morris's account? Is he on vacation for 3 months and someone's like, I'm going to post this shit? Maybe. Is he alive?
Mm-hmm.
Where is he? Somebody's controlling his account, you think? Because he was posting once a day. Now you're posting 30 times a day. What's the mystery there? Could somebody solve it? Where is Philip Morris? Philip Morris, can you tell me who hurt you, man? Can you tell me what the fuck those pieces of shit did to you?
He's not gonna own up to anything
Some
like that.
bitches. I like Philip Morris too, but I'm like, why are you posting this, man? Why are you posting this shit? You're hurting everybody. Like, I was like, you're such a corn. Such a fucking corn. You probably laugh. You probably like, oh, maybe just flip it out. Why is he flipping on me? That's why he didn't block me, thank God. Probably like laughing his ass off and shit.
But things like that is just a spice of life. It's a spice of life. That's all it is.
Jesus Christ. Well, you know what? Somebody gets me pissed off.
If you didn't have Philip Morris doing what he does, then it would be.
I love Philip Morris, but you know what? Though I can understand the anger because look what people piss me off. Jesus Christ. Shit fucking goes crazy. So maybe, you know what? Maybe I just answer my own fucking question. Somebody pissed off Philip Morris and he went fucking ape shit. Because I do the same shit. Hearing this crap. This guy wants attention. Shut the fuck up. I'm like, who's saying that about me? What the fuck? I was losing my shit the other day. Who the fuck? Oh, I love Doctor Who, but the drama, oh my God. Love everybody. Oh, Deb, shut the fuck up.
No,
Damn, man. You're supposed to be in fucking bed.
If you think I'm ever going to unblock you,
fuck up.
You've got nothing going, man. You've got nothing
Shut
going.
the fuck, dude. You're fucking lying to me. You're like, oh, we only have 30 minutes and everything. And then you're awake. Shut up. Me miss, mother. You're supposed to be just like what did the seventh doctor say to bring it in? You're supposed to be in bed. You're supposed to die in bed, right? You're supposed to be fucking sleeping. Damn it. Well, at least you don't have the image now. It's just purplish, whatever. That's nice. All right, we're gonna get out of here.
I think we should. We've been on long enough.
It's been fun, Philip Archer.
It's been a fun little chit chat.
I'm glad you're okay.
I'm fine.
All right. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye for now.